In the world of Major League Baseball, success is often measured by World Series titles. However, some of the best teams in history of the sport have fallen short of this ultimate prize. Today, we'll explore some of the most talented MLB teams that, despite their impressive performances during the regular season and playoffs, never managed to win the World Series. The main criteria we're looking for is best teams via record. I'm Nick Dwyer, here for the 10th inning, and here are 5 of MLB's best teams to not win a championship via record. Starting with number 1, the 1906 Cubs, who went 116-36. Tinker Evers to Chance, one of the most known phrases of early baseball, and it described the infamous double play combination of shortstop Joe Tinker, second baseman Johnny Evers, and first baseman and manager Frank Chance. Chance and third baseman Harry Steinfeld were the top players on the season offensively, with Steinfeld leading the way in hits with 176 and RBIs with 83, leading the entire MLB, and Frank Chance leading in runs at 103 and stolen bases at 57. Three-finger Mordecai Brown led the way on the mound, going 26-6 with a league best 1.04 ERA and .934 WHIP. The Cubs had 20 more wins than the closest team, the Giants, and led the lead with most runs per game and the fewest runs allowed per game, easily owning the best team ERA at 1.75. This team could do no wrong until they met the White Sox in the World Series. The White Sox took games 1 and 3 in low-scoring games, then took games 5 and 6, scoring 8 runs in both games. This was 2 of only 7 times all season, including the postseason, that the Cubs allowed 8 or more runs. This was the original great team to lose the World Series, losing in 6 games, and the Cubs still own the best win percentage of any post-1900 team at a .763 win percentage. Going to the next team, it is the team tied with the Cubs for the most wins in a single season, the 2001 Seattle Mariners. The Mariners tied the MLB record for most wins in a single season with 116, led by stars like rookie and MVP Ichiro Suzuki and Brett Boone. They dominated the regular season, but were ultimately stopped in the ALCS by the New York Yankees. No longer boasting the talents of Alex Rodriguez, Ken Griffey Jr., and Randy Johnson that they did in the late 90s, this Mariners team surpassed all of them in the regular season. 18-win pitcher Freddie Garcia led the league with a 3.05 ERA, and though the team didn't have the flashiest names, they were a complete team. Boasting the top run offense in the league and the best offense by OPS+, their pitching was just as good, posting the best ERA in the league at a 3.54. A great fielding team, Seattle had everything going for them into the postseason, where they defeated the Indians in a 3-2 series victory before meeting the Yankees. Losing 4-2 in Game 1, then 3-2 in Game 2, Seattle won Game 3, making it a series before New York won 3-1 in Game 4 and 12-3 in the closeout game, kicking the best team in the league out of the playoffs. A great team, they lost to a team with more postseason experience, which in the end was too much to overcome. But overall, this Mariners team was great, just not enough to get past the Yankees. Moving to number 3, we actually have another tie. At number 3, the 1954 Cleveland Indians. Boasting the top record in Major League Baseball by 8 games, the Indians allowed the fewest runs per game and were tied for the best run differential, while posting the top ERA at a 2.78. A good hitting team, pitching was what separated this team from all the others. Early win, Mike Garcia, Bob Lemon, Art Howdeman, and Bob Feller were the rotation, and former 2-time MVP Hal Newhouser was in the bullpen. Wynn and Lemon led the lead with 23 wins, while Garcia led the lead with a 2.64 ERA. On the hitting side, second baseman Bobby Avila, who led the lead in batting average at .341, and center fielder Larry Doby, who led the lead in home runs with 32 and RBIs with 126, were the top players, and they finished second and third, respectively, in the MVP voting. Winning the American League, they went on to face the New York Giants in the World Series, and they just seemed overmatched, losing in 4, getting swept. 3 of the 4 games saw a difference of 3 or fewer runs, while 1 was a difference of 4. Pitching wasn't terrible in the series, but the offense flailed, scoring 2, 1, 2, and 4 runs over the games. A great pitching team met their match in the World Series, and though they did lose, they ended the century with the 4th best win percentage of any post-1900 team at .721, and the 2nd best win percentage out of any non-World Series winner. The team tied for them with wins is the 2022 Los Angeles Dodgers, going 111 and 51. The most recent team on this list, the Dodgers, were great with great names. The best offense in the league via runs scored, they were led by names such as Freddie Freeman, who led the league in runs with 117, hits at 199, and doubles at 47, Mookie Betts, and Trey Turner. Freeman and Betts finished 4th and 5th in the MVP voting. Pitching-wise, their main four were Tyler Anderson, Julio Urias, Tony Gonsolin, and Clayton Kershaw, who all had 12-plus wins and less than a 2.57 ERA, with Urias leading the lead with a 2.16 ERA out of qualified pitchers. The best team ERA in the league at 2.8, the Dodgers were good at everything. In the postseason, they faced their division foe, San Diego Padres, and lost the series in 4 games. Winning 5-3 in Game 1, they then ended up losing 5-3 in Game 2, 2-1 in Game 3, and 5-3 in Game 4 to get bounced. The best scoring offense, their bats went flat in the postseason, and though a great team overall, they could not overcome the lack of offense, even with that great pitching staff. And finally, the 5th best team to not win a World Series is the 1969 Baltimore Orioles. Going 109 and 53, the Orioles featured future Hall of Famers such as Frank Robinson, Brooks Robinson, and Jim Palmer. Despite their dominance, they were upset by the Miracle Mets in the World Series. Holding one of the best defensive infields in history, this team stopped nearly everything that came their way, and offensively, they were led by Boot Pal and Frank Robinson, who finished 2nd and 3rd in MVP voting. A Cy Young in Mike Cuellar led the way on the mound, and in their first year of more than just the World Series, the Orioles swept the Twins in 3 games, advancing to the World Series. Baltimore took Game 1 against the Mets 4-1, then the tides turned, with New York winning 2-1 before shutting the Orioles out in Game 3 5-0 to take a 2-1 series lead. A 10-inning masterpiece by Tom Seaver helped the Mets win 2-1 in Game 4 before a late-game comeback and complete game by pitcher Jerry Koosman helped the Mets win 5-3 and secure their first title, winning the series 4-1. The Orioles were a great team overall, but the Miracle Mets were just too much to overcome for them. So there you go. These teams remind us that in baseball, even the most dominant squads can fall short of the championship. Their legacies, however, are not solely defined by the absence of a World Series title, but by the unforgettable moments and outstanding performances they provided to fans all around the world. Of course, a World Series title would have helped how we remember these teams, but baseball is sometimes more than just winning a World Series. It's how you remember the teams. So those are the 5 best teams to not win a championship in MLB history. Let me know if you like this content. I will definitely go over more of the best teams to fail to win a championship if you all like it. Before Nick O'Dwyer and the 10th inning,